I came to college and I thought I had it all figured out. I was gonna, be on the basketball team, gonna go to church every weekend, and I got here and I had the biggest anxiety attack I probably ever had in my life. I was calling my mom all the time, I was crying, I was maybe thinking Morningside wasn't the place for me at some points in my life. But as I got here and got into a church home and found that it was gonna be okay and that God was there, my mom's key line was, "Have you prayed about that yet?" And I'd be like, "No, I haven't. I'll do that." So then, praying about it and just knowing that the more I prayed, he just kind of opened up some doors for me. Opened up that Elevate was an option, meeting new friends was an option, and just getting those, reliable, accountable people in my life that were kind of like my family. They were my college family and people that maybe my mom's not here all the time, but somebody is going to be there for me and I can talk about it and I can have that right to pray about it all the time. The first week of small group, I couldn't make it. So I emailed him and said, "I'd really like to attend, but I can't make it." He's like, "Oh, that's no problem, come next week." My thought about not going was that I wasn't gonna be in the place of my faith that everybody else was. I had things figured out and I thought I knew, but going to Elevate, and there's always people that know more or can do more or are better at volunteering or a better servant or something like that, and I just didn't know if I had that figured out. I didn't know if I was going to be able to know the Bible like they did or know something that they knew. And so I freaked out and I fled. That sounds really bad, but I just didn't think I was prepared at that moment. And what I really should have figured out was that I didn't need to be prepared and I didn't need to know anything. I didn't need to know a person there. I didn't need to know the material. I would have found out that I could have just known all of that just by coming. I got really timid at the beginning and I didn't really want to go, but by the end of it I was on fire and I wanted to let everybody know about Jesus and I wanted to start a small group and to be involved in anything I could and just blossom these friendships that I've made and get to know people even more than what I knew them after. And it was kind of sad. I was like, "Oh, it's done. We have to be done now. We don't get to meet every week." So it was just it was an awesome experience and I was just on fire. And when I shared my testimony the first few weeks, I said, I've kind of it's like your faith is inside you and you start to poke holes and that light shines. And I said, but by the end, when it's my time to go to heaven, I want myself to just radiate with light. I experienced new friendships. There are so many people that I am friends with now and are involved with now that I never would have known. They came, they opened up. I would have never opened up to them, and they opened up to me. And I felt, that friendship is different than if you just walk up to somebody and say, "Hi, my name is so-and-so." You got their name, you got their testimony, which is really hard to open up in a big group like that. I got to know new people that weren't just on my campus, but on other campuses. Knowing people's stories, because you don't always know as they're walking down the sidewalk on campus, who they are or what they're about. But I got to know who they really are and what they've really gone through and why that may impact their life in somehow. With these friendships that I've formed, they've stayed over the summer and I got really close to the people as I was coming, and I knew that I wanted to take that next step and allow people to do the same thing I did. It may be scary at first, it may be something that you don't want to do, but just to take that step and do it. So I wanted to, form something on campus that would be there for them too. Me and Sarah just decided that maybe this is what we need to do. Maybe this is, maybe we need to keep it on campus and allow people that can't get off campus to come too and just be involved and have that chance that I did. If I could talk to myself before I ever started a small group, I think what I would say is just truly pray about it first. Find that street that God's leading you on and then take the step. Be courageous, take the step. It may not be comfortable, but that's okay. Step out of your comfort zone, do something that makes you a little uncomfortable and just be able to take that step and just learn, because that's what I did. I took the step and I got to learn and have new friendships and just gain so much from that, and I would have never known that if I wouldn't have taken this step.